Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah, salatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa wala amma ba'd. Brothers and sisters, wanted to take a few seconds to introduce you to a new program that I have designed and launched on Mawalid Lifestyle. This program is very personal to me. Um, it's called the Learned Youth Program. So I'll give you some very quick context. So um, many of us in our own youth here in the West, in the UK, and our children now have studied in masjids, right? Or with private tutors in madrasas, in maktabs. Recently, there's been quite a lot of institutions popping up, giving some really good provision and so on. Regardless of whether maktab education or masjid education is good or bad, or quality, the whole debate around that. If we just set that aside for a second, we will realize there is a universal flaw in the system. And that universal flaw is that most of our young people, they finish their maktab and masjid education at the age of 14, 15, 16, and then it rarely continues on, right? Which means that when they are emotionally, intellectually, spiritually at their most vulnerable, right? When they're about to be introduced to dangerous ideas, when they're about to go through puberty and face hormonal changes to their bodies, when they're about to feel attraction towards the opposite gender for the first time, when they're going through these really, really tough challenges in life, their Islamic education stops, right? And not very much has been done to fill that void in a manner, in a scalable way. So, for example, I read some statistics that 70 to 80% of Muslim children receive some sort of part-time maktab masjid based Islamic education in their childhood, right? Now, whatever youth programs, etc., that we might provide for young people between the age of, say, 14, 8, and 19, it doesn't compare to that kind of statistic. It's nowhere near 70, 80%, right? So nothing's been done that's scalable. I'm not going to solve that problem anytime soon, but this program is for that age group, okay? This program, the Learned Youth Program, is personal to me because I have children who are of that age. So I have a son who is 16. I have nephews and nieces who are in the 14 to 18 group, right? So with them in mind, I've decided that I wanted to, rather than teach them myself in this kind of informal way, as it often happens in families and it often gets nowhere, and I'm very busy, I thought I would design a program based on what I want to teach my children, what I want to teach my son, my nephews, my nieces who are of that age, and then open that up to a limited number of people as an exclusive program. So I've got 20 places on this program. The basic idea of the program is most importantly, I mentor the students myself, and then I introduce them to some of the Islamic sciences so that there is a strong foundation for future learning if they want to pursue Islamic studies. And they learn all of the essentials of Islam that will intellectually and spiritually give them a kind of a safety net, make them feel confident about their religion, give them resilience, make them feel philosophically grounded, and so on. So therefore, there's a combination of Arabic language, Islamic jurisprudence, some aspects of Aqidah, some spirituality-based studies, and so on, which you can all read about in the course information, inshallah ta'ala. But in a nutshell, I have children, I have this Islamic educational background, and I want to pass it on. And I've designed the program with that objective in mind primarily. And as such, this is an exclusive program. I've only got 20 places. I've published a detailed course information page with an application form as well. It's a year. It's about 40 weeks, roughly, around the school year, a bit more than that. And it's between 4 and 6 hours of learning that will be a mixture of mostly online teaching because of the current situation, but it'll be a mixture of on-demand learning based on some courses that I have already developed, as well as a good regular amount of live learning with me directly. All right. So they'll do a regular amount of Arabic language, for example, throughout the year. They'll have a fiqh program where they'll study all of their important Islamic jurisprudence areas kind of throughout the year and so on. And then there'll be a regular mentoring session, and the courses that they study on demand, they will be discussing with me in a tutorial based structure. That's basically the program. I'm really excited to work with young people again, and applications have already started. There isn't a great deal of time because I would ideally like to get it started mid-September. That means I have to do the interviews, you know, like select the people, the best candidates for the program and so on. But for that to happen, first you have to send in the applications. I have a preliminary deadline for submission of applications for the 28th of August, inshallah ta'ala. So if you see this video by then, please put together an application and send it in if you're interested. It's for 14 to 19-year-olds. It's for boys as well as for girls. And it's an excellent way to ensure that your son or daughter's Islamic education and tarbiyah basically continues on, and this important period of their lives is bridged by some strong mentoring and some strong Islamic education. I think that talented children will be able to cope with the additional load. I know that children are doing their GCSEs, and some of them will be doing their A levels in that age, in the 14 to kind of 18 age range that I have set for this. But I think that if your children are doing well, which is what I'm looking for, I'm looking for academically advanced and well-performing students. I think they should be able to cope. In any case, that's a judgment call you have to make, inshallah. Read the information and then think about applying. For people who don't make it into this program, or who feel that this isn't suited, well, this is somewhat an exclusive program. A more general program I've been working on for even longer, which is which is a mentoring program for youth. That'll be open to everybody. It'll be a lot less in terms of contact time. It'll be only a couple of hours a week. So I haven't launched that yet, but keep an eye out for that, inshallah ta'ala. So don't be disappointed if you miss out on this one, because I've only got 20 places on this one, but there'll be more places on the other. And that's the one that's, I'm hoping, inshallah, in the future will also be scalable. Okay, Jazakumullah khairan. Looking forward to working with these young people. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.